I told my boyfriend I wanted to be a trad wife, and honestly, it was the biggest mistake of my life. It started on a Tuesday. I was scrolling through those aesthetic homestead videos. You know the ones. Fresh bread, hand-picked flowers, and a husband who leads while the wife just exists in peace. I looked at Mark and said, I'm done with my job. I want a real man to take care of me. You make the decisions. I'll handle the home. No more modern, equal, whatever. Mark just blinked. Are you sure, Chloe? Because traditional isn't just baking cookies. I rolled my eyes. Yes, I want a man who's the boss. Well, Wednesday morning, the boss showed up. I was sleeping in, and at 6 a.m., Mark pulled the blankets off. The kitchen's a mess, Chloe. A traditional wife has coffee ready before her husband wakes up. Get moving. I was stunned. Usually he'd kiss me and let me sleep, but this Mark, he didn't even look at me. That afternoon, I wanted to go to the mall with my sister. I asked him for the credit card. He just sat there reading his book and said, no, we're saving for a new lawnmower. Your sister's influence is frivolous. You're staying home to prep dinner. 5 courses. No excuses. I started to argue, telling him he was being controlling. He just looked up, totally cold, and said, a leader doesn't explain himself to his subordinates. You wanted me to lead, so follow. By Friday, I was exhausted. The house was spotless, but I felt like a ghost. I tried to tell him I was stressed, that I missed our old life where we talked about our days. He didn't even put down his fork. In the 50s, a wife didn't vent to her husband. She was his peace, not his problem. If you're unhappy, go talk to the wallpaper. I burst into tears. I told him I wanted my partner back, the guy who actually liked me. He finally looked at me, and I'll never forget it. He said, you called modern men weak because they cared about your feelings. You wanted a hard man. Well, here I am. Hard, Saban, and totally uninterested in your drama. I realized right then, I didn't want a traditional life. I just wanted to be lazy. But a man who doesn't have to care about your feelings is a man you don't actually want to live with.